So I was living in Los Angeles because I wanted to be an actor. After being in the military, in the Marine Corps, and getting tortured all the time because I was losing my rifle all the time, I can understand that's important not to lose your rifle, especially if you're in a war. I told them though, if I was in a war, I wouldn't lose the rifle. I'm like bored with this boot camp stuff, and like I was thinking about other stuff, so I'd forget my rifle. I had trouble in there. I couldn't shine my boots right. I couldn't put the insignias on the uniform straight. I couldn't march for sure, and I'd lose my rifle. But when it came time to throwing down, like we'd do boxing and then we'd have sticks, man, I wouldn't lose. It's like something switched. Remember that movie, Sylvester Stallone, Over the Top? I like that movie, the arm wrestling movie. And he'd turn his hat around. See, that means he's like ready now. So something like that happened in the military. When it came time to where like something really needed to happen, then I'd perform. And then, man, that was nice. They liked me in that moment, but then it came back time to do the stuff I didn't care about, and they wouldn't like me anymore. All right, I didn't know I was gonna say that story. Oh yeah, so I was in the military, and then I got out, and then I wanted to go be an actor. Because I'm like, I need to do something creative. And also, I saw the effect I had on the people in the military. I'm like, I think I have some talent. Because I would affect them on a level, man, that I would just see it. I'm like, damn. So I went to go be an actor. All right. So I lived in Los Angeles for, 7 years or something. In Hollywood, and I lived on Franklin and Argyle. For any of those that know, like close to Hollywood and Vine. And talk about like being obsessed with sex. Like those cities like that, especially LA, everybody's a model or an actress or, something. Billboards, just sex, everything's sex, magazine sex, acting auditions and just everything. It's just about be seductive, do you look good? It was insane. So I got tired of that, and then I ended up going to an ashram, self-realization fellowship, Yogananda, an ashram in Escondido, California, near San Diego. And I was gonna just be a monk. Actually, I was like done with the world. I'm like, this sucks. I don't like, this is just stupid. Like, what are we doing? Like, what you all think life's about, I'm bored. So I'm like, an ashram. And I just meditate all the time. And then I can, I'll just do that because why not? So I went to go do that. But this health karma that I had wouldn't allow me, because you have to, if you're going to live there for free, you have to work. It was hard work. Hot sun, picking fruit off the tree and digging ditches. It was work. And it was hurting my neck, because that's been my lifelong limitation, you can say. The cervical spine's all twisted. So I lasted about 2.5 months. But man, in that 2.5 months, I didn't see one girl. I bet most of you never went in your life and not saw a girl for that long, unless you're in jail. That was super refreshing. Some intruders coming, and they're playing their music. So I might allow that to pass. See, so I want to break my flow. Hey, good. I mean, they ain't got no gangs, so I ain't worried about it. All right. So I was in the ashram, and then what happened? I couldn't do the work, so I had to end up leaving. Oh, but what I'm saying, man, it was so nice. I was like not on this planet. There's no girls, no billboards, no magazines, no TV, no movies, nothing. You do your schedule, you do your work, you meditate, you go to yoga, you eat good food. I'm like, this is where it's at. But not only, the health issue wasn't the only thing. Actually, it just wasn't in my karma or destiny to experience to be a monk, you can say. Like the video I made about girls will make you or break you, and should you get a wife or not. Like that wasn't in my destiny to have a wife. Well, it also wasn't in my destiny to be a monk. So again, you can't choose this stuff. The stuff is already downloaded, and it gets revealed in time by grace. Certain situations in life will bring that out. So that's the main reason, really, why I'm just not ashram material. It's another subject, though. But I did like, man, that's where it all started for me. I left Hollywood, and then I went to Brazil to this healer, John of God. He's in prison now, but he's good at what he does. From there, I went to India, and then I went to Bali, and then Thailand, and then China, and then came back to South America and Peru, and looking for answers and healing. This is how I have my knowledge, what I share today. I didn't know, I wasn't doing all these things to try to gain up knowledge so then I can go be a teacher and make YouTube videos. That was the last thing I was thinking about. I was like trying to figure it out. So then, damn, what are we talking about? I know some of you are saying it, but I can't hear you. We're talking about do I gotta really look at my paper? Because I don't want to waste time sitting here thinking what I'm talking about. The world's obsessed with sex. That's what we're talking about. So then, all right, let's go to the next level now. So us here now, and the purpose of this channel, and those who watch it for any length of time, not the passerbys that are like, oh, he's stupid. He's what's the word? He's a simp. Oh, bro, I feel bad, man, for you. World's full of, it's just everywhere. Everybody's just obsessed with it, and they can't admit it. I'm talking about everybody. Look at all the classes. They don't look at the fact that they're obsessed with it. The mind justifies it. And then they make classes, and doctors and spokespeople come on and say, look, it's really important, healthy sex. You gotta figure out how to have healthy sex, and then you can satisfy the woman. Oh, wow. She can have a bunch of orgasms. Yeah, and the dopamine from all that, they have more dopamine. Girl has an orgasm, she has more dopamine. You're trying to give her all these orgasms, and you're gonna kill her. You're gonna fry her nervous system. This is when you type in tantra, that on the search, that's all that comes up. How to give the woman 100 orgasms. I mean, this whole world's so backwards, man. It's cool though. We're not here that long. Another 20 years, I'm out. So in the meantime, I have fun making these videos and doing these groups. I'm gonna be doing spiritual groups more though. So those who are more tuned on spiritual level, check the website link, it's in the description, and then you can get the download for the spiritual groups. I'm doing one Sunday, the 17th. And it's not like, oh, we're gonna sit and just meditate. No, I'm the same no matter what I do. So we're just gonna break it down at more spiritual level instead of talking so much on material level and what do I do to get the girl, or what are the symptoms of semen retention. When you get right spiritually, all this stuff takes care of itself, you see. So those who have the ears to hear that, then it's better to go to the spiritual group because then you can bypass. Otherwise, this world, there's always something to worry about and try to fix. And oh no, I had another wet dream, and you got to let that stuff it'll just wash away at some point. But you got to get spiritually focused, and so we talk about that there. All right, so you're in a world that doesn't support what you're doing. The TV, they're all obsessed with how do you improve your sex life. You know how you improve it? You overcome that desire, that excessive desire. And then it just improves by itself. You can't be satisfied with something that you're so addicted and obsessed with. But you can't know that unless you admit it. See? So they're always everybody's obsessed with sex. And then they're talking about also Viagra. They'll sell you the Viagra, and then there's another pill. I remember I had a girlfriend, and I'm an experimenter. I was because this guy, older guy, he was telling me he's taking it. My girlfriend was standing there. I'm like, man, I want to take one. I want to take. She says, no, damn it, you don't need it, because, yeah, I didn't need it. I'd get hard for nothing. And then I'd show her. Sometimes I'd take a picture and send it to her. I'm like, see that? So she's like, you don't need it. I just want to see that. I want to see what happens though, So society's selling that stuff. It's trying to tell you, like, look, if you can't, man, it's sick, isn't it? All you gotta do is do semen retention, and your what's the word? Erectile dysfunction is gonna clear up on its own. You're gonna have natural Viagra, and you won't have any consequences. I've shared before. When I was in Thailand, all the guys, because when we go on a visa run, we get on the boat, go to Burma, immigration stamp it, we come back. But once we arrived in Burma or Myanmar, you get all the peddlers come running out with their little box of Viagra, because they'd sell it for like $5 or something. So all the guys would buy it up. And then they'd have sex with the Thai girls, and they'd die. They'd have a heart attack. So the Thai girl would call her friends up, and they'd come and pick them up and throw them over the balcony, make it look like a suicide, because they're worried the cops are going to blame them. Why did they die? Because you're unhealthy. Why do you not get blood to the penis? Because your body's using it to keep your heart going, and using it for other more important functions than if your heart or not. So you're going to take Viagra, it's going to force the body, you're going to steal the blood from the heart, force it down there, and then what's going to happen then? Well, your heart needs the blood more than your cock, but you just took the blood away. Yeah, you're going to be finished. You'll die. So that's what happens. But like, they're not going to say that. Doctor's like, no, take this. This will improve your sex life, man. And it's important, because remember, you got to satisfy the female. So this is the kind of world, the level we're living on. I see it as a big, like I'm looking at the ocean, and you see the fishermen out there, and they throw the big net and catch the fish. There's a couple lucky fish that they like squeeze through the net. They got out. So I'm talking to those people. Somehow you know all this. If you know all this stuff already, then God sends you somebody via a video or a book or a group that helps strengthen this knowledge you already have. So then you can be the fish that escapes the net. It's really on that level. Yeah, it's hard, man. Especially now, it gets worse and worse. Look at TikTok and Instagram. What a waste of time. There is nothing on there that has any useful purpose at all. And when we were doing the group, the guy asked me, he said, yeah, how do I stop looking at that stuff? I thought I heard him say something like, he was working or something. He had to do it. There's more dogs. So I was like, well, why are you doing it? Why do you have to do it? And then he said, no, I have no reason to do it. I said, well, just stop doing it. That's it. Cut it. Like, just don't do it. Like, it's just nothing on there. Like, it's pure dopamine addiction. There's just nothing on there. A bunch of girls bouncing around, trying to look cute. Oh, give me views. Just stupid stuff. There's nothing on there. You want to learn something, YouTube's the best platform for that, obviously. I mean, first you had Instagram. That was a big drop down. No, Facebook. Facebook's also pretty low level. That's why I don't really waste time. Well, I don't have the time, but even if I had a team, I wouldn't waste. I'd be like, I don't know, maybe I'd let them do whatever they want, but as long as they're not too advertising. I don't like advertising stuff. But my point is, YouTube's the best for if you really want to know something. You're going to get the higher level beings on YouTube. Facebook, second. Instagram, now we're getting down lower. TikTok, please. So this is where we're at, collective society. You got to escape that, man. You got to jump through that net. Nobody can do that for you. That's up to grace. That's up to your destiny. That's up to your capacity, your level of consciousness. I can't do anything about that. All I can do is share with those who are ready and primed for that. Yeah, so I'm looking for you. All right, see you.